This is going to be the toughest fight of his career.
Sharp, relax.
The most embarrassing fight of his career.
Got a chair across your face.
Yeah, I think he's about to cry.
I'm definitely up for fighting. There's a lot of names in the division, for sure. But at the same time, look at what this creates as well. I'm a fighter and I understand that economics of business as well. And this does good business.
Are you really going to do this? Absolutely. Are we going to do this? For a record payday? To go in and spark Jake Paul before we start the serious stuff in 2026? Don't tell me what we should and what we shouldn't be doing.
Anthony Joshua has issued a frightening message to Jake Paul in this time. It's not empty hype. While Paul may see this matchup as the ultimate cash grab, Joshua's team is openly stressing just how dangerous this collision could be. Eddie Hearn, a Jays promoter, didn't sugarcoat anything, telling Paul he needs to grasp the real physical risk involved, hinting that a single shot from Joshua could cause severe damage. Former fighter Moses Atama echoed that sentiment, warning Paul that sharing a ring with someone built like Joshua could lead to consequences far beyond a simple loss.
Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua should not get in the way of Fury and Joshua, really, in my view. It's an absolute joke. It shouldn't be sanctioned. I really don't believe it should be sanctioned. I have a sneaking suspicion that it would be a very big fight. But the biggest thing is us rubbernecking to actually see if they do get to the point where they step in the ring together. Because Jake Paul's an area level fighter, a British area level fighter, and Anthony Joshua is still a killer and a live heavyweight. That should not be sanctioned anywhere in the world, in my view.
It's dangerous, mate.
Very dangerous.
It brings the sport into disrepute. The people that are talking about organising that, they should have a real hard look at themselves.
But even Eddie Hearn's kind of teasing he doesn't like it, but you can see the glitz of dollars.
There's no price. There is no price.
There shouldn't be.
There's absolutely no price
Agree with
on the
you.
planet in order to make that fight because it is dangerous.
For Jake Paul, stepping in with Anthony Joshua isn't just a bold movement. Insiders say it's a reckless one. Analysts like Ariel Helwani point out that Joshua's explosive strength and championship-level experience could leave Paul vulnerable to serious harm, especially given a Jays track record of brutal stoppages.
7 fights, has been beaten 3 times. The 4 fighters that he beat didn't come to win. So he's not in his prime, is he? He's literally at the end of his career, pretty much finished. And this is why taking this fight with you is telling you all you need to know. It's a cash out. He might as well just cream as much money as he can at the end of his career, fighting an absolute joke shop in clown world. When I beat Anthony Joshua, he says, every doubt disappears. Come on. I mean, if this is a straight up AJ versus Jake Paul, then we all know what should happen. This is a 1-round job because AJ, even though he's past his best, even though he's seen better days, he throws a nice 1-2 down the middle. He's got a nice bit of distance, and fake Paul can't fight. He just can't. I don't care what anybody tells me. He can't fucking fight. He lost to Tommy Fury for crying out loud. Can't jump in with Anthony Joshua now and expect to get a result. So, like, nothing's going to no doubt's going to disappear. All that's going to happen is going to be the end of fake Paul.
Heavyweight prospect Moses even urged Paul to think about his well-being before chasing a blockbuster payday, cautioning that one poorly timed punch might leave lasting effects. Meanwhile, former champion Amir Khan didn't hold back either, predicting that Joshua has the power to seriously injure him, even suggesting the threat of long-term brain trauma.
I think Joshua sparked him out in like 2 rounds. Really? Yeah, why do you look surprised when I said that?
I don't. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying.
Look, come on, bro. You're fighting like one of the best heavyweight fighters in the world against a YouTuber. Like, come on. Like, respect the sport of boxing. And if AJ has to go in there and show these influencers that, listen, you can't fuck about with boxing. You know what I mean? Someone's going to get hurt badly. And this could be one of the first fights where a fighter gets hurt badly because if you look at the size difference and the power difference, I mean, bro, there could be brain damages going on there. I mean, AJ could hurt him badly, you know.
When you look at Francis Ngannou, who's one of the most fearsome combat stars there is. I know it's MMA, but we saw what AJ did to Ngannou. So...
And that's why you don't look. You can't be surprised if AJ is going to do the same to what's it called again? What? Jake Paul.
On Joshua's side, the pressure is equally intense. This fight isn't just about revenue. AJ is defending the credibility of his entire career. Analysts like Johnny Nelson say Joshua is trapped in a lose-lose scenario. If he struggles against Paul or allows the fight to drag on, critics will claim he's shifted from elite athlete to business-first entertainer.
I do believe it because AJ is involved, and I think AJ would struggle to he's going to take enough flack over this, but again, it's money talks. So I think AJ will struggle because it's an Owen situation. If he goes in there, Jake Paul lasts the distance. What does he tell you about AJ? Apart from he's just earned an extra 15 million quid. If he goes there and struggles with Jake Paul, then what do you say about AJ? Your heydays are well and truly over. If he goes in there and knocks him out, then I'll say that's to be expected. So the glory, there's probably not much glory in it, apart from the haters of Jake Paul to say, right, we've got rid of this kid. I think it's very brave of Jake Paul. So now the problem child has got us to believe this fight's actually happening. So now you've got our attention. So now you've got to back up the boast. It's not about, you're not playing tiddlywink. This is the only game you can't play. You can play football, golf, tennis. You can't play boxing.
Nelson also gave his own breakdown of Jake Paul's boxing status. He praises Paul's marketing genius, but refuses to label him as a top-tier fighter. In Nelson's eyes, Paul functions like a solid local-level pro-earning superstar level. Checks. Despite skipping the traditional boxing grind, Paul didn't rise through the amateur scene. He built a fan base first, and then entered the sport. Nelson argues that Paul has mastered the financial side of boxing, but when it comes to actual elite competition, he hasn't proven he belongs.
Lost to Daniel Dubois. He's gonna be 35 years of age. It's crazy what I'm about to ask you, but can Jake Paul really beat Anthony Joshua?
All right, listen, I give all credit. Everyone knows that. They get mad at me that I gave too much credit to Paul. Why? He's done a hell of a job to put himself in this position. He sold himself. He sold his dream. He took his dream. He took his idea. And he put it out there, and he made it happen. Give him credit for that. And he made it happen. And he took risk along the way. Yeah, he picked his spots. He's in the driver's seat. He gets to pick his spots. He's the one bringing the money. He's the one promoting. Yeah, he's the name. He made himself that, coming from where he came from, with all his followers and the whole thing, and just, you know, just the uniqueness of what he was doing. But he has learned along the way. He's not a top guy yet. No, I don't know that he ever will be. He didn't have that amateur background and the things that you usually need to be a top guy. But he has improved. He is a work in progress. He is a guy that you got to give him credit that he's respected the sport. He went out there, he's worked hard at it.
Former world champion Carl Froch backed that viewpoint, warning that facing Paul could stain Joshua's legacy and make it appear as though he's drifted away from Hall of Fame ambitions. At the same time, Joshua has repeatedly said his ultimate legacy is to walk away from the sport with his health intact, emphasizing longevity over image.
Burner's lit, like I've said. He's cashing out. And fair play to him, he's cashing out. But to what detriment to his legacy? A lot, really. Because if this is going to be his last fight, fighting this clown show, I mean, it's not ideal, is it? It's no ideal way to go out. But people would argue, well, he's just taking the money and running. So you can't really argue with that. So that's it for another episode of Froch on Fire. I had to get my opinion out there because I know you've all been waiting for it. It's a shame, really. I'd like to see Anthony Joshua, actually, even though I don't believe he can do it. But when Eddie Hearn tells us that AJ is going to become a 3-time world champ, it'd be nice to see the rebuilding process and get back behind him. 1 or 2 easy fights and then go for a world title. And this could be one of the 2 easy fights. But I just think if you're going to jump in with fake Paul at this level, which is like I say, arguably a massive mismatch, it's no way to step towards or climb a ladder to get towards that world title. So this, for me, tells me that Anthony Joshua knows he's finished at any sort of elite level or world level. He won't be trying to go down the world title level anymore. This is just a cash out So good luck to him. Fair play to him, but hopefully when he's finished this fight, he'll be honest with us and say, listen, I've milked it, I've creamed it, I've had an unbelievable touch at the end of my career. I mean, he's already had an outrageous touch, hasn't he, with the involvement of Saudi Arabia. And now he's just creaming it at the end. He's got fake Paul, which is massive. Great for AJ, fair play to him. Anybody would do the same at the end of the career he's had. You know, he's not an elite heavyweight, is he? He's never going to come back and become a world champion again.
Jake Paul, however, refuses to back down. He insists he can defeat Joshua, pointing to what he considers glaring weaknesses in AJ's recent performances. On his podcast, Paul took direct shots at Joshua's abilities, claiming AJ's chin is unreliable, his technique is limited, and his movement is robotic. Paul believes Joshua's knockout defeat to Daniel Dubois revealed a sharp decline in toughness, making this the best moment to confront him. In Paul's mind, his unpredictable style, confidence, and upward momentum give him a genuine opportunity in what the rest of the world sees as a massive, almost reckless leap.
Why is Jake Paul doing this? Well, I think it's because he genuinely believes there is a chance he can win this. I think he's calculated everything about Anthony Joshua's circumstances and he's gone, yeah, I actually think I can do this. I can leapfrog so many years of having to build and go through the ranks and do all that stuff by beating a shop-worn Anthony Joshua. And what are the factors in Jake Paul believing this? Well, it would be firstly that AJ received a loss in his most recent fight. Anthony Joshua's not been in the ring since September 2024, so over a year by the time him and Jake Paul get in the ring together. It will have been around 15 months. It was the manner of Joshua's loss where he looked terrible. He looked like a fighter that was well past his best. His timing wasn't there. He even looked a little bit chinny, dare I say. I mean, I still think he's got a good chin. The shot he took from Dubois was absolutely massive and would have knocked down many heavyweights. And he showed decent powers of recovery to get up and struggle through for as long as he did before his over-aggression and miscalculation with the type of shots he was using got him knocked out by Dubois. But if you're deluded enough like Jake Paul, then perhaps you look at that and go, he landed a massive right hand on Joshua's chin. Why can't I do the same? I believe myself to be a very big puncher. And it's that old saying, isn't it? You know, you shoot for the stars, you might at least land on the moon. And I think that's kind of why Jake Paul's maybe got to where he is in life, because he does have too much self-confidence. He does believe in himself. Well, on this occasion, I believe to a fault.